is MUN anyway? Model United Nations, or MUN for short, is a simulation of the real-life UN, United Nations.
Who motivated you to join MUN?
Just like in the real UN, you'll have the chance to draft resolutions and find a lasting solution to some important issues today, like climate change, the refugee crisis, and more. The aim of the United Nations in real life is to prevent conflicts and promote international cooperation.
I like doing MUN because you get to interact with a lot of new students, people from different international schools. Understanding other people's perspectives and opinions, I think it's an important thing that you can use, even in a relationship with your family or your friends.
Today my guest is Srinjoy Sengupta. He is 15 years old. He will discuss about MUN, Model United Nation. Good afternoon, Srinjoy. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
So, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Srinjoy Sengupta. I'm 15 years old, I'm in grade 10 currently, and I'm studying in British International School, Hanoi. I was born in Gurgaon, India, and I moved to Vietnam in 2021.
Thank you. Great to hear this. You moved from India to Vietnam in 2021, right? Can you tell us something about the school that caught your attention?
Yeah, so before I moved to BIS, I conducted some research on the school myself, and I looked at the amazing facilities that they had, and I also looked at some student interviews of the school, so what the students feel about the school, and they were talking about how supportive the teachers are, which I really liked, and that caught my attention, as well as the different rooms that they have, the sports hall, the recreation areas that also caught my attention.
Yes, huge like sports complex, right?
Yeah,
Like
huge sports
engaging
complex.
classroom.
Yeah.
Yes, I have seen also. How did you adjust to the new school environment when you were in grade 6?
Yeah, so at first it was quite hard because I feel like in this school, it's more open class discussions with the teachers and other students as well. But with time, I tried to interact more with the students. I spoke up more in lessons. I asked more questions. And with time, I adjusted to the whole school environment as well.
Did you get any special attention from the teacher as a newcomer?
Yeah, the teachers were always there to help me. They were always there to support me if I had any questions, or if they saw me struggling or maybe lagging behind in some areas. They were always there to help me with my questions or
So,
any struggle that I had.
Do you think they are friendly?
Yeah, definitely. The teachers are really friendly. Sometimes they almost treat you like a friend, which is really nice because it's very easy to approach the teachers and ask for any help.
Any question? You didn't really face any problem to ask any kind of question to them, right?
At first I did because it was quite kind of overwhelming at first because it's a really different environment from the school back in India. It's more open, there's more interactions going on. So at first I did struggle, but with time, with this teacher support and my peer support as well, I
Yes.
opened up more in lessons.
Yes. I heard from you that you are like engaged in different activities in school. So how did you manage time? What was your schedule like every day in your school?
Yeah, so at times my schedule got quite hectic because sometimes there were some extracurricular activities that were overlapped. But when that happened, I asked my teachers for extra time on specific tasks that I was lagging behind in. And since my teachers were so supportive, they gave me extra time on those tasks. Additionally, I also had a timetable that I stick to, which also helped me dedicate a chunk of my time to, my school, as well as my extracurricular activities and some other hobbies that I had.
So do you follow that timetable every day still now?
Yeah, I do follow it every day, but sometimes it gets hard, so I can't 100% stick to that timetable, but I try my best to stick to it.
So how much percentage you can stick to that?
About 80 to 90%, I would say.
That's more than enough, I feel.
Yeah.
Yes, the most important thing is if you plan it, then if you fail, doesn't matter. If you if sometimes you are not able to touch the maximum level,
Yeah.
but planning is necessary.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, planning is necessary. So, which activity do you enjoy most in school?
Personally, I enjoy playing volleyball the most because, it's a team sport and my friends got me into the sport as well. So I enjoy playing volleyball the most, as well as MUN, which is Model United Nations. I like doing MUN because you get to interact with a lot of new students, people from different international schools. So I enjoy MUN as well.
Oh, so many of us, we don't know. I didn't know about MUN when I was in school because I didn't get the opportunity of engaging myself in our school. But these days, I see in the international school, even though in India, many schools they are also conducting the MUN. So, can you please elaborate a little bit more? What is it like MUN?
Okay.
Model United Nation, right?
So Model United Nations, MUN, is basically modeling the real United Nations. It's where different students, they represent different countries and they're given different issues, different questions that they need to solve. What they need to do at the MUN conferences is that they need to interact with other countries or other students and they need to agree on a consensus on what solution they should put forward to this specific issue. So they debate with the other students. They think their solution is better, so they debate, no, my solution should be put forward before yours. And they also agree on other students' solutions. So it's debating and interacting with other students on the questions or the issues that are given to you.
Yes, that's true. Like many kind of skills you can learn, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So who motivated you to join MUN?
For me, it was my teacher actually, because back in grade 7, I did not do a lot of like other extracurricular activities besides sports. So my teacher told me to join MUN because it was about debating and it's also an aspect that I want to improve in. So that motivated me to do MUN.
Okay, that's great. But I'm curious to know one more thing. Like, we are born with some qualities, right?
Mhm.
You and me and everyone, right?
Yeah.
So after joining MUN, what did you like much? That after joining, did you feel anything this can help me to become better? In which area? Can you please
Yeah.
explain?
So MUN, since it's about different opinions of different people, different countries' stances, what it helped me do is I think it helped me understand different opinions and different perspectives better. It allowed me to weigh all the opinions equally, not just think that my opinion is superior to anyone else's, but point out the weaknesses, the strengths of each perspective, each opinion, and then analyze them as well. So understanding other people better is what MUN helped me with, I believe.
That's great. That we need also in our
Yeah.
everyday life. When we are in a group or in an organization or anywhere in a community. But what, like many things are the debating skill
Yeah.
and the critical thinking skill, lot of things. So which things you think that you had already before joining?
So even before joining MUN, I think I was quite active. I was actively speaking. I was actively listening to others. Like sometimes I was conservative at times, but most of the time I used to speak up to other people. Speak up to my teachers, speak up to people that I didn't know. So that's something you need in MUN as well, which I think helped me adapt to the whole concept of MUN as well. Interacting with others, speaking with others, listening to others. That's something that I was good at even before joining MUN.
Before that helped you to cope up with the other things
Yeah.
also, maybe adapt and adapt.
Yeah.
So I feel that is also very necessary. Active listening skill and interactive skill
for
you
sure.
had already.
Yeah.
So you didn't have any fear to talk with others. And after joining MUN, you have developed some of the skills.
Yes.
So do you think those skills, after joining MUN, are you using those skills in your everyday life, some of them?
Yeah, definitely. Because, as I said before, understanding other people's perspectives and opinions, I think it's an important thing that you can use, even in a relationship with your family or your friends. It's very important to understand what the other person might be thinking, looking at things from their perspective. So it's definitely helping me a lot in maintaining my current relationships or maintaining them on good terms.
That means it is helping you to maintain the relationship with the others
Yeah.
in your family, in your relatives, and with your friends.
Family, friends, relatives, yes.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
That's great. What is the advice to the other children who are same age like you?
Okay. So one first piece of advice that I would give to people that are the same age as me would be to be a bit more open-minded, because I feel like especially students my age, sometimes they're a bit more, fixated or too comfortable around people they know, people they're close with, which is a good thing. But you also have to welcome new people in your life. You have to be open to changes. You have to be open-minded to all of those things. Which brings me on to my second advice, which would be to explore a lot of new things, starting from extracurricular activities to different projects that you can join, different competitions. Don't be afraid to take up those challenges because they're a part of the journey and you learn a lot from them as well. And my third piece of advice would be to be kind and considerate of others. So like if you get into an argument with your friends or your family, you always have to understand why they did what they did. You can't just be mad at them or think about things from, from your point of view. You have to ask them why they did what they did and understand things from their perspective as well, and then reach a solution from that point onwards.
That's great. So, do you think that when you are making friendship with the other, sometimes we are arguing, like friends, sometimes we argue with them. So, do you keep silent? What is your action whenever you are getting into that kind of situation in your life with your friends? So, what you do?
Yeah, so I personally, of course, I get mad at first, but with time, I understand that they also have a reason why they did what they did and why I did what I did. So, of course, after I've calmed down a bit, after I've relaxed a bit, I ask them what happened and how can we, solve this issue from this point onwards. And just engaging in that conversation is the most important part, I think. Mustering up that courage to talk to them about the problem is very
That means
important.
you want to put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah, and understand their perspective on it. Yeah.
That's great. It's a great habit. What are some things you usually don't like or feel could be improved at school?
At school. Okay. So at school, especially since it's an international school, like there's like students that speak different languages or from our other nationalities, I feel like sometimes a group of students that speak the same language or are from the same nationality often bunch up together and engage in class activities, which can exclude other people that don't speak the same language or are from like a different country. So I think it would be helpful if people are more inclusive at times. Of course, they're not doing it intentionally. They just feel comfortable talking to people who speak the same language as them. But I feel like if they're more inclusive of other people, it would make school more welcoming as well.
That's great advice. We have to be more inclusive
Yeah.
in every place. If you see that something wrong is happening in front of you at school, how do you respond or what will you do?
So personally, what I would do first is I'll try to assess the severity of the situation. How bad is the situation? If it's a very severe case of bullying or someone being ostracized or
Yes.
treated unfairly, I would call out to a teacher or an adult. I would not try to barge in myself because I think that would only make the situation worse. And I feel like teachers they would know how to handle the situation better. But if it's like a light argument between friends, then and I think it's safe to step in myself, then I would talk to them. I would try to console them. I'll try to comfort them myself. So yeah, first step would be to, assess how bad the situation is, and from that point onwards, I would talk to them myself or call the teacher.
So it is in school, but sometimes something happens in the community or somewhere else, in the society or somewhere you are going and you saw something is going wrong. So
Yeah.
what will you do then?
Yeah, so I feel like it's bad to stay silent all the time. So if it's safe to step in, then of course I would step in. I would, break apart the fight or an argument that is going on. But if it's not, then I would call out to an adult because they would probably know how to handle it better than I do.
Yes, speak up. You have to speak up. Sometimes if you see something happening in front of us that's not really good or great, because it's harming others, but better to say something.
Yeah.
Because you have the voice.
Yeah.
You have to raise your voice.
Yeah.
If you see something is going to be wrong. So thank you, Srinjoy. You have shared a lot about MUN, but what I see this year, like 15 years old, this age is really hard to handle for the parent and for the students also. Sometimes they are confronting different kinds of problem with the peers, competition and bully and maybe social, digital bullying, something like that. But what I feel that I am suggesting you also, and my opinion I'm sharing with the audience that everyone should balance the both how they will react and how they will when they will be silent.
Yeah.
Better to be silent every time you don't react, but sometimes when you see something is happening wrong, better to raise your voice if you see something goes wrong. And one more thing, I see that you are engaged in different activities in this age, so it's very good because some people they are not engaged in the other activities besides the study, but you have to balance the both in the non-academic activities and academic activities that can help you to balance your character and your personality development. That's very important.
I agree. For sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I'd like to conclude the conversation with Srinjoy. He is a member of MUN. So it's a different kind of activities. Every school they have. Some school they don't have also. But if you get the opportunity to join MUN, it can help you to boost up your confidence level, and it can help you to solve many problems in your own life nowadays and in the future. So there is a lot of things. Audience, if you see some opportunities there in front of you, just join and grab it. Use it in your own benefit and help others also.